the... Do you want the cheesy garlic or do you just want regular?
No, cheesy garlic with bread.
Okay.
If that's what you want.
Yeah, that sounds good. Yeah.
I'll do the fried chicken burger then. Spicy.
Okay. Greg, can you
say cheese? Hello.
We're at Rashay's now and we are just waiting for our dinner, and I'm so excited because I've eaten here that many times. I love the food and I know that Greg does as well. He's busy talking to Celeste at the moment. It's all good. I think we're also planning to go to the movies as well this week. That'll be nice. I'm thinking of going to see Elvis. Delicious. Look at that face. She had this big smile on her face. With Sesame Street on. You want to watch that, Baba? I don't think you need noise. You can probably turn the noise off. She can watch it. Was this the moon? At least 2 or 3 times. Both.
I'm curious.
It's because she can reach now. Thank you. No, Baba. I love you too. We have just finished eating dinner and it was really delicious, except I didn't finish it all because it was huge, and Greg was good enough to finish my food off. But I wanted to show you our parents' room. This is the parents' room in Belconnen, and it's nice that they've got a little area set up for older children so they can play while maybe their brothers and sisters, siblings are getting changed, or you know, they just need to wait for their mum and dad. What do you think? Do you like it in here? You're just calm, aren't you? Yeah. Love you. Hi everyone, we just got to the movies and now we're just sitting and waiting until the actual time the movie starts, which is 7:30 in Australia. We just got ourselves some food because you can't have a movie without having a little bit of popcorn, and some M&Ms. I thought that would be really great. Yes, it is a wig, just in case you guys are wondering. I didn't get my hair colored this way, but you will see eventually when I get my hair colored. I've got it happening next month. So Greg is sitting here with me and we're both waiting.
Hi.
And on the way I was thinking about all the names of the Elvis Presley songs that I can remember I used to listen to before, well, you know, I used to listen to them because my dad bought me a CD of Elvis Presley, and we're going to see the Elvis Presley movie, so I'm sure there'll be a couple of songs that I recognize. Let me know what your favorite Elvis Presley song is in the comments below. I'd love to know what that is, and if you love listening to Elvis Presley songs as much as I do, they're pretty amazing. No one's here yet, but we have made it into the cinemas. We're the first people in here, and it's really exciting. Looking forward to seeing this movie. I've heard some really good things. I have given Celeste a shower and now she's asleep, so this is a perfect time for me to film, even though obviously with YouTube videos I can edit and you wouldn't even notice that I'm having to manage maybe one or two things at the same time and multitask. But I'm going to be honest and say I'm not sexist, and I truly believe that nobody can multitask. No one can give 2 or 3 things 100% of their time, and if people say they can, well, I really don't know where all that, you know, attention is going, because I personally struggle with giving more than 1 or 2, 3 things my attention, my full attention. Here we are. I wanted to talk to you guys about something that I think a lot of women keep to themselves. It's a personal thing and it's okay. I'm not asking you to jump out of your comfort zone today and expect this to be something you're going to talk to a lot of people about. And I don't personally talk to a lot of people about it, but obviously I'm sharing this with you quite publicly, and I'm okay to do that because I believe that I'm doing what's best for my body, and I know what makes me feel comfortable when I am in a room of complete strangers or even friends of mine. So I'm going to be honest and say, when I went for my Road Ready class, I knew that part of going to something like that is to be fairly presentable, and something that was in the back of my mind was I shouldn't go somewhere if I haven't shaved. And I have this in the back of my mind, so I didn't wear any short skirts or dresses. I basically wore long pants because I hadn't shaved, but I also don't feel the pressure to shave either. Neither should you. What I am mentioning in this video though is my 2 ways of making sure that my hair is less on my legs. I don't think you should go through massive effort to shave your legs and make them bare. I have a husband who is very supportive of whether I shave or not, and I hope that just like him and myself, you guys out there don't pressure yourselves to be different and go through crazy ideas to shave yourself. Like, it should be something that you choose to do when you feel like it, and you do it because that part of your body, you want to show it off and you want to feel confident showing it off. I have this razor, and it's by the brand Veet, V-E-E-T, and I do believe that it's a little bit more pricey than your average, you know, general store razor, but in this case I do feel that this is less likely to give me little cuts and bleeds. I'm not saying that I've used this brand, I'm not saying that I've used this razor and I haven't bled, but I've bled more with other razors, and it's probably because sometimes you can't tell if you have a longer hair in one area than another, and you do sort of nick yourself. That's what I consider it, like give yourself a little bit of a prick, and you don't think much about it probably. But if you're anything like me, I do have dry skin on my rest of the body, not just my face, and I tend to itch in an area if I'm dry, and after shaving myself seems to be one of the very common times for me to itch after I've shaved. So I like to use the Veet under my armpits, and I also like to use it on my legs. I will not use it for anything else because I don't personally think I need to shave anywhere else. I have heard of females out there who do like to shave facial areas on their face, and that's completely up to them, but I don't particularly see that as a shaving situation. I think of it more as just waxing, and that's probably because I have come from partly an Asian culture, and a lot of Asian women like to wax themselves on their face, like wax under the eyebrows, wax their upper lip. And trust me, I'm not perfect, so I do have a couple of little hairs growing around the top of my lip, but I'll just wax them off in, you know, the future. So Veet is also really well known for shaving cream, and I really like this type because it's great for sensitive skin. So as I was saying earlier, I do have dry skin. Sensitive skin is basically being aware that your skin may react to new things, it may react to things that it you know, might just have an allergy from a certain type of product, and you can honestly see that by having something for sensitive skin, you're not going to react to it. it's going to be a lot softer for you. This one is called a hair removal cream, and it basically has refined formula, no more ammonia smell. So from judging from the picture here, it looks like some shaving creams actually have a stinky type of smell, and not just that, it kind of smells like fire. That's what it looks like. And they're touchably smooth skin. So afterwards, and that's what I was going to get it up to, is when you shave with a razor, just pick your regular razor that you get from, in Australia we have Coles and Woolworths, Big W and Kmart. Pick one of those, and afterwards you are likely to feel a little bit prickly afterwards. You've shaved, but still it kind of feels like your legs, they don't feel soft to touch. And that's why I moved on to using a shaving cream, because I know for a fact that after using that, my legs feel a lot smoother. And I also feel that this is doing it the world of a favor, in that it's moisturizing, not just getting rid of my hairs. And with that comes this little guy here. And I actually have never really had a proper name for it, but I'm gonna call it a scoop. A shaving scoop. It probably does have a special name for it, and you guys who have used this can tell me below, because I just can't remember, but that's what I'm going to call it for now. The whole idea is that you put this shaving cream on the area that you need to shave. Now I'm going to say that there are particular creams for different areas of the body. So this one is specifically for legs and arms. There is another V cream, and the tube will be slightly different. I don't have it right now, but it is for facial areas. It could be your chin, it could be, you know, anywhere else that needs, it has refined hair, like smaller areas of your face. But this is mainly for your legs and your armpits. You put it on for about 10 minutes, no longer than that, and then you use your scoop. It does have two sides, as you can see. One is larger than the other. This one is larger than the other. So what I tend to do is I put the cream on my legs, and then I use the bigger side, the back, and I scoop it down. Like I'm just gently layering it on my leg and applying it evenly, and then I leave it for the 10 minutes. You know, let it work on the hairs, and what will happen is your hairs, they look kind of funny, but they kind of turn a little bit curly. And when they get to that point, by the 10 minutes, you'll know. Set yourself an alarm. That's what I do sometimes. I set myself an alarm if I've got a lot of other things I'm thinking about and I just need to keep looking at the time, or just make sure that I am checking that it's 10 minutes and no longer than that, because it can kind of sting your skin if you do go go further than the 10 minutes. And then you just use the other side, the smaller side, that kind of looks like a hook, and then you scrape your leg get the cream off, and then voila, you've got less hair on your legs, or whatever, as said, whatever area you want to use. I don't particularly use this that much on my arms. I tend to use a razor. I feel like the cream is really great for larger areas of my body, and my armpits are kind of, I just don't feel the need to. So maybe that's something I can think about in the future, but that's just me. Today I had Zambreros for lunch, and so I've got this leftover peach iced tea, and I'm just having a little bit of a sip because I'm thirsty. I had a really great day today. I spent a lot more time filming, as in doing live videos for my Facebook, because it's really an important platform for me to keep posting things that do actually, surprisingly, I have people reach out to me when I upload videos of myself performing my music because I am still a musician. It's part of who I am. And so I decided to, probably the inspiration I had after going to see Elvis last night, I had the inspiration to play some of the songs that I hadn't for a while, and I'm talking like 3-4 years ago, that long. And one of the people that watches me, she's actually a beautiful lady known as Mel, and she sells Rodan and Fields. Maybe you guys have heard of Rodan and Fields. That's kind of how we got in contact with each other. She's just a very supportive person, and even though we are on different journeys with our skincare, we have a love for music, and so she does watch my videos. And today apparently one of my music videos upset her in that it resonated with what she and her son are going through. So she has a teenage son who I believe is struggling with fitting in, and I'm really thankful that my music can touch people in that it helps them understand that they're not alone. These things do happen to people. We don't always live in a world full of floating carpets and dreams that we can reach. Sometimes we do feel a little bit trapped, and I'm not saying that you can never reach your dreams, because absolutely 1000% you can, but it's human to feel a little bit down every now and again. And I didn't actually realize that that song that I'd written called I Don't Fit In is something that would be meaningful to her specifically today. And as I said, I'd written it 3-4 years ago, so when I was playing it, obviously I didn't feel the same feelings I did when I had written it initially, but obviously I had sung it in a way that really made her feel quite, yeah, like she was going through a time where this is what's happening, and I guess it's a side of reality, but I don't want people to listen to my music to feel sad, you know what I mean? But I think what it was is that, yes, she's going through a tough time. Her son is struggling to fit in. I don't know if it's school, we didn't particularly talk about that, but the truth is he's struggling to fit in. I've had a time where I've struggled to fit in, hence I've written the song. And those of you out there need to understand that there can be a time, I'm not saying it happens for everybody, because some people go through life not caring about what others think, but then there's the other side where sometimes some of us really do care about what people think, and it's because we want to have value from others, we want to feel accepted from others. And with the words that I wrote in this song is to let people know that you shouldn't need to change somebody because others are ashamed of who they are. The most important thing is that that person who's going through a tough time needs to know that A, they're not alone, B, they'll get through it, and C, there are going to be people out there who will support them through this time. And struggling is just a case of getting over not caring what people think. You know, I haven't done this YouTube easy thinking to myself, you know, I'm different from everybody else and I'm okay with that. I did start off with a couple of struggles. One of mine was rejection. I didn't like being rejected from people. I felt really hurt when people would tell me no, or I wouldn't get into something, or I wouldn't win something and I'd lose instead. But I've come a long way to believe that none of that matters. What matters is what I think. What matters is what I believe about myself. And I'm just really thankful that I've been through that journey so that I can influence others to also understand it's okay to be different. It's okay to not fit in. And when you don't fit in, believe me, you will get to a point when you do. Recognizing it now means that it's going to get better later on, and that you're going to get out of this, whatever it may be, a trap, a feeling of rejection, misunderstood, whatever it may be. And then you can step out of it and say, okay, I don't really care what anybody else thinks because I know who I am. And if I don't fit in, who cares? Who really gives a shit? I don't, you know, because at the end of the day, no one wants to be in a group of people where they feel like no one values who they are and people laugh at them or make them feel like they're little. They want to be part of a group where people are all different and they're all accepted for being different, and they just love each other because they just love loving people. It doesn't matter what background they're from. It doesn't matter what they've been through in life. No one's gonna go back into your history and say, you know, back in this year you did this. Who cares? You know, we've moved on from that. It's all about the past. And I truly believe people can change, in that if they've made mistakes, they can improve on that. That change is really important. But don't go through a point of changing someone because they're different and nobody likes them for being that different. I loved being at school with people who were different. I loved being surrounded by people who were happy, actually. People who were different and proud of being different. And it was hard because I was called names for being different and wanting to spend time with these people. Don't worry, like you know, I'm sure you've been name called by people. I was called a mental retard. People thought that I was in trouble because I was spending time with people who were nice, but they were walked all over for being different, having disabilities and all that sort of stuff. I know for a fact I don't have a disability, and even if I did, who cares? The point is, I care who I am. And I've talked to people with disabilities and they don't care either. In fact, they're just like, can we just get on with life and move on? Because we've been given the greatest gift of all, and it's life. Being alive is such an incredible gift. And all you need to do with that gift is remember that you have life. Forget all the stuff about changing who you are and people not liking you and people talking behind your back and all that sort of stuff. It's not your problem, it's their problem. What you want to do is focus on being alive, being happy with where you are now, because that is clearly what's important. And I know I've gone on off topic with the whole shaving thing, but it kind of all comes together because shaving is a part of growing up, and there's nothing out there that says, oh, so and so should shave, otherwise they're gonna look like a gorilla. Who cares? If someone doesn't shave, they don't have to. I personally like to because I don't like being prickly and furry. That's just my feeling, you know, and that's my choice. So if I want to shave my legs and shave my armpits, I'll do it. But if I don't want to do it, I don't have to do it because I don't really have anybody telling me to do it anyway. It's all up to my beliefs and my choosing, and that's what I want to share with you guys today.